manage to want to talk, they are not still honest. Your religion or whatever it is called that they practice there doesn't make them to be fully honest. You see, there's one Dambello. When they dig mine in Edo State, you see how he came out with his full venom and he was making video, they were making requests. Go and check the one that happened in Benue now. He just put a poster there. People are dragging him that you should put the same energy. Put the same energy. It's difficult to trust Northerners. No offense. No offense to web Northerners. It is difficult to trust them. So maybe when we see many of them coming out to talk about the issues, then we will be able to filter the weight from the shaft. Look at somebody like Yakubu that I said I met on this platform. Last year, he was anti-Fulani, but today now, he is pro-Fulani. So you see, it's difficult. That's why I maintain that Northerners don't get us for the social media, they know plenty. And I will keep on saying it until I begin to see a lot of them coming out to talk. Thank you.
If they call reasonable people, no, they put Yakubu inside. That man is on drugs. He's going crazy because he's going from platform to platform to say this and say that and say this. He's just only trying to cause problem between us and the Igbos. You understand? That's why he's promoting this IPOB thing. This IPOB is not Fulani. This IPOB is not Fulani. Too many things. So don't put Yakubu. That one has lost his mind.
Sister, thank you very much.
And another thing, sorry, I want to draw your attention. I'm sorry, please. Sorry, sir. Another thing I forgot to say is I was asking myself questions, right? How did we get to a point where we, like us in Middle Belt, in Plateau State precisely, with a drag space with Chinese people? What the Chinese they find? When would they quarrel with Fulani Chinese come, they carry their matter self, they come inside. Do you know how much a Chinese man makes from this state, from this mining thing? Then you tell me that there are no external forces, plus the government, plus the foreign bodies, plus everybody won't get hand for the team. We don't even understand what thing they happen again. They are confusing the masses. You cannot see what thing Chinese they find for this state now. Chinese they in fact they speak outside, they even get outside teachers, so they speak outside, they go market normally, like normal human, in Plateau State. They don't do their normal Chinese life here. And they are taking our money. The other day I think they deported about 7 of them from Plateau State, the high court here in Plateau State. Do you know how much they said they stole? They say how many billion naira? Here they teach me. I say billion. These people stole like $1 billion from just getting mineral resources. They took them back to wherever they are coming from in their country. Now ask me, the $1 billion where they collect from them, what do they use and do? Where the money is? God, I beg. The Nigerian matter time, bro. Let's try as much as we are talking. Let's pray for people that we read. Let's pray about for our own safety. We that are here because nobody is guaranteeing the next minute. Me will go sit down here. They run my mouth anyhow.
Karen, let me tell you something. Yakubu has got lots of followers. That is the problem. So there's no way we will not mention him. There's no way we will not mention him. I think the best thing that will happen is if some of you that are you don't sound like a Northerner, but apparently I don't know. Let me not take away your ethnicity from you. If people like you know the well-meaning Northerners that are on the social media, then it's about time we are introduced to each other so that we can amplify the right information, not the nonsense from those other miscreants. That's the problem. And I've given you an example of the 2 people I've met. I have met situational leader, I have met Jaja, and I'm trying to make avenue for us, for me to host the live. Because I don't come live these days. I just only join people because I don't really have the time. I want to make an avenue where 2 of them will be available, and they can also get some other women Northerners. Let us discuss some of these things and educate some of us that are in the South to know what is obtainable and what is not. If not, we will keep on mentioning Yakubu, we will mention Yao, we will mention Sadi. There are some other miscreants from the North that they have big followers and that their voice loud fast. So what do you want me to do? I've got no choice not to mention them. You see?
I don't have a problem with you mentioning them. Like you said, we are all learning every day. Now you have a better understanding. If you had met Jaja, like you said, Jaja is a well-learned woman. You will see she's a full-blooded Fulani woman. but she knows her left and her right, and she's exposing her people. She has said it so many times. These people are threatening me. They are coming for me because I'm saying the truth.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think we just learn every day. And anytime you come on like this, you can send me your message to come on, please. I think I will appreciate it.
Karen, I wanted to ask, like what Agbaso said, right? Can you also use your platform, right? We will be there to support you, whatever it is you want to say. You invite us, we'll come there, we'll support you, we'll be on the, like, we'll talk for you, we'll try to maybe be on your side or anyhow you want to do. Can you do that?
Fine, I will.
Have you
I will
ever
have
done
to plan.
live stream?
No.
So why not try it? We'll use your platform
Okay.
also to spread.
Good afternoon.
Sir.
Hello, I greet each and every one of you and wish you a happy weekend. You see, seriously, make I talk this one for language where everybody can understand. Because you get some people who know they understand this our English or they speak here.
Mr. Agbaso, please take over, sir.
So make I talk and for language where everybody can understand. You see, seriously, you see, the more way they think say Nigeria go good, like this one now for those people who see the things say Nigeria go good. You said the more way they get this they say Nigeria go good, at the same more way the so-called Nigeria. So they give you that sign to show you say you don't go ever good. Honestly. Even people where they still carry election matter for head, the same thing will still happen. Be it whoever way you want making them power. For example, now you vote out your candidates now where if you say now could be the best person who could fit curb the menace where they go on for Nigeria there. Should be that person now rule or lead for 4 or 8 years. If the person finish now, she didn't go down. Then another myopic set of another person, maybe a tribal figure also to take over. And go continue with those evil. You understand? So me, I go talk my own, my full chest. Within that contraption where they call Nigeria in a division, make everybody go their separate ways. I don't know why many of us still they paint all these things. They still believe say yes. Say someday Nigeria will be good. When? That's the question. When exactly? Which date? Which day? Which hour or second?
Bitter truth. Let me tell you when. You see, for some time I've been coming across you on lights, right?
Yeah.
The first time I came across you, I was really, I was impressed with your submission and all, but to be honest with you, with the way you are going, Nigeria will not be good. But the day somebody like you, the day somebody like you decide to start reasoning on solution and not always, standing on the ethnic, bigotry ideology, I think that's the day Nigerians start getting better. And Nigerians start improving.
Listen, wait, hold on. Wait,
yeah, you just
hold on.
And you heard a lady profiling solution.
Am I the one that will come and fight for your Nigeria? Am I the one to come and fight for your Nigeria? Answer my question.
But nobody is saying anybody should fight. But
then allow me to say whatever thing I want to say. It's not about
like you also change your
when
mind.
you yourself you were busy talking here and did I interrupt you? I did not interrupt you, so allow me to talk. Please allow me.
Who is here debunking what effort others are putting in?
Whichever effort you are doing, you're only making that effort here on social media. Nothing will change.
It will. If we have somebody like you on board and we have many other people.
Exclude me. Let me say I'm a coward that I cannot confront the issue. Then you should do it. For me, I'm still saying it and I'll continue to say it. What that contraption need at this moment is division. Everybody go your separate ways. Because everybody can still come up here on social media and keep backing and shouting and giving your own point of view that we will do this, we will do that. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it?
What I think is this. Listen, my brother, if you believe that you are not going to be part of the people that are looking for solution or trying to make one thing right, I don't think you should be gathering with people who are trying to do that. Do you get?
Is it this social media? Is it this social media noise that you're going to do? Your people are bringing up here that will bring the so-called whatever.
You shouldn't be joining the noise. You shouldn't be joining. You should be joining.
Madam,
It's just like we're creating awareness. It's just like creating awareness. You understand?
Kara, you just made your own point now. Nobody interrupted you. Madam, allow me to air my own view. Except if you don't want me here, then you tell me. You understand me? I don't say the reason. Everybody has said their own. Both those who are supporting the Fulanis, both those who are telling you that the Fulanis are right, that they should give them Ruga and whatever. I did not interrupt them. I don't see any reason why now that I'm talking now, you're interrupting me. I don't see any reason. But you claiming you want democracy.
So,
Madam, allow me.
I cannot allow you when you are trying to rubbish the work that we are trying to do.
What work are you doing? Making noise on social media.
Making
noise on social media. Will you solve it?
Let's just hear him. Let's just hear what he has to say, please.
After all this noise making here, will you stop these people not carrying another attack in Benue State or any other states? Okay, Kara, now you said. Kara, now you said. According to you, you said that the so-called security will come and sack the people, collect their ammunition, their weapons from them. Then these same people will still hate the same people again. Then what are you trying to do? Is it not the same Nigeria is it not the same Nigeria that when people are trying to protest, then you see the so-called security, the cowards and weakly will claim that they will come out and attack the people. Then this thing has been going on for quite a long time.
Yes.
Then the simple thing here is this: instead of all this nonsense going on over there in Nigeria, why can't everybody go their separate ways? Because this thing never happened to.
But is it going to happen one night? Is that separation going to happen one night?
Whichever way you want to go, whichever way you want to happen, let it happen. But what I'm advocating here is this: because, like I said before, in my own way, if I try to, play that role of Nigeria will be good. Like the same country, Nigeria will be giving me that sense that no, it's not going to be good. We're talking about how many people that were unalive in Benue. You understand me? This is not the first time this thing has been happening. Not only in Benue State, Plateau is there. Enugu is there. All these things have been happening. Then all we do here is to come on social media and keep talking about the same thing. Just like Mazen Namdekano said, he said, you see, it's all about turn by turn. And turn by turn. It don't happen for Benue. Where else now will it go happen again? Probably never happened to somebody where they close to. If it happened to somebody where they close to, now you will come out here, come and talk, so okay, make everybody go their separate ways. What are we talking about? The same Fulani? The same Fulani? Someone came up here and was talking about giving their ranches, giving them some plot of land. But they get very vast majority of as a vast land for the northern region there.
So
Madam, you still interrupt me.
If you are really thinking, when they came with giving them land, what was the rest?
You still interrupt me.
Let's wait. Let us understand where he's going. Where he's
You still interrupt me. You are still interrupting. See, Kara.
Go ahead.
My own addition to this topic on ground is this: instead of all this crying over people that were unalived in Benue and all these Fulani terrorist attacks, the simple thing here is this: why don't everybody go their separate ways? Day your day, make I day my day. Let there be peace. Live and let me live. But you see, when the people...
Let me engage you in one conversation. Okay. Let everybody go. May everybody day. Nobody is saying no. If it's going to bring peace, we will embrace it. But what I'm saying is, for now, we have a common enemy, right? We have a common enemy in Nigeria.
Okay.
Can we fight that common enemy to go first? Then we divide the countries if we want to divide. That is just my own take.
Excuse me, Kara, excuse me. How long have this Fulani evil been going on in Nigeria? How long? Can you answer this question?
But admitted truth, you will agree with me that it's now that some people are beginning to know that this thing is as bad as this one.
I'm only asking a question. How long? And how long have the people been crying out to condemn this evil by the Fulani? And what have the so-called governments, whom people have over there in Nigeria, what have they done?
That the government cannot help us at the moment. We are still saying the same thing, bitter truth. You are as well saying we should not fight for the country for it to get better. So should we now sit down, fold our hands, let them come and finish everybody?
That is not what I'm
It's
saying.
exactly
that is not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I want you to get my point.
Mr. Truth, wait.
Okay,
The same question I have always been asking. How do you entail, or what are the procedures you want to use to divide the country for everybody to go to their own? Thank you.
Aspire. This is the reason, I'm so sorry, before he responds, this is the reason I'm saying to Beauty that very soon there are certain people I will see on the life I will not go. Do you know why? It's not because I hate anyone. Because there are people that just bring from point A that you are already, or from level 1000 to level 0. And then you
Madam, wait, you forget about figures.
Look, I hate people that talk ethnicity and they are not talking about
that is your own business. Don't tell me to. Why are you muting me?
It doesn't make sense. When people are
Why are you muting me? It's my turn to
Madam
talk.
Answers, please,
Answers.
just let him.
Let me answer my question,
Why are
please.
you
Just let him
I've
be.
been listening to me. Look, I don't easily pick
Why
up
are you muting me?
issue with people.
Just
I pick up
allow
issue when I
him.
see you are talking about national issue and the
Force you whatever national whatever on me.
Ma, that is his opinion. That is his opinion. Let's allow him.
Give me that
Okay,
time.
Osas, please allow me. Please, Mr. Truth, did you get my question?
I did not interrupt anybody. Yeah, I'm
Mr.
listening.
Truth, did you get? Yeah,
I
go on.
got your question.
Yeah.
The same way they came up with the amalgamation is the same way they can divide the country. Because all these things you people are doing here, talking about, like I said before, I have that mindset of one Nigeria, but at this point, man, with the whole thing going on, I don't believe in it anymore. Honestly, we're talking about human life. Okay, after all these things now, we are busy talking here. Probably tomorrow, another one will happen. They will come up here on social media again and start and still talking about the same thing. No action, nothing. When you're talking about violent revolution or bloody revolution now, some people will tell you, no, that's not what Nigeria needs. When you talk about military taking over, they will tell you, no, that's not what Nigeria needs. What do you want?
Bitter Truth, okay. Let me
Okay, Bitter Truth. Let me tell you something.
Makosa, hold on. Bitter Truth. Okay, now you are talking revolution, so people will not put body. Let's check now. The past couple of years now, people from the Southeast have refused to join protests. So what do you have to say about that? On one hand, you want to divide the country. On the other hand, you don't want to join protests. So I don't understand.
Good. I love this your question you asked now. How many times have there been protests all across Nigeria there whereby the Igbos or the Southeasterners, they join in that protest, then at the long run, they blame the Southeasterners that they are the ones who are the cause of the protest or whatever thing that happened in that protest.
You have answered my question. There's no way you can divide the country if we are going back and forth. Let's just move to somebody who will come back.
Let's move on. He says you won't shut me down now. He says you won't shut me down now.
Hold on.
I don't want to argue too. Let's allow that person to talk.
Please.
Okay, let me start to round up.
Oh God.
First, I want to ask him a question, please. Let him answer and you don't round it together.
No, Agba, let him ask me his question. I'm listening.
Yes.
Let me say something. Please, Bitter Truth.
Yes.
If you watch what Karen, this our sister, said,
Yes.
because there's a proverb in our day, he said, when you chase the echo, then you come back and blame the fowl. Okay? Mm-hmm. In Southeast now, we are clamoring for separation.
Yes.
Is it not when you are alive, you get that separation you want to know? In Southeast, none of one politician and support of separation. This is the people who are supposed to be in the forefront. No, Moot, let me finish. This is the people who are supposed to be in forefront.
I don't like it.
To fight.
No, you are.
What
Let him finish.
the Southeast are looking for. Now, come to the Southeast. During the protests, they stopped. Not that they don't know what is going on. They stopped under sentiment because when Tinubu was coming in power, everybody said it. This man can never do anything tangible. The people still go ahead and support it. And now they come back.
We should be supporting him.
I say Nigerians, before they ring this election, somebody voted the one they used to ring it. They didn't leave it empty. Yes, we know what happened. But what we are trying to say now is we need to get together now we are alive and change this common enemy. And we, the youth, are supposed to unite this time around because Nigeria now are happening to everybody. Whether you vote Tinubu or you do not vote Tinubu during the 2023 election, we need to remove him now before the thing will go out of hand. This is what we are clamoring for. This time around, we are not clamoring of separation. We know that we will separate. But we need a good government who will give the separate referendum. APC will not give that referendum.
Makosa, hold on. There's something you said which I picked from what you said. Now, you said how many southeastern politicians just talked about now, right? Is that what you? That was the first question you asked me. I also want to throw this question to you also, Makosa. How many of the so-called politicians have come out to condemn the evil that the Fulani terrorists are busy carrying out? Or how many of them have the so-called Nigerian politicians at large have supported maybe stopping the malice or the evil that the Fulani terrorists are carrying out in Nigeria? How many of them? So you see, the truth here is this, as long as there is no unity, there is no peace. When I mean unity, when I mean unity, when the both sides, be it the Igbos insulting the Yorubas or the Yorubas insulting the Igbos or the Northerners insulting the Igbos or the Igbos or insulting the Northerners, my brother, let me tell you the gospel truth. There's nothing called one Nigeria. Absolutely nothing. We should stop deceiving ourselves here.
But bitter truth, you don't agree with me that we don't have unity and then we are trying to find unity first. To fight the common enemy, then we can now decide what to do later. Can we bring this unity you are talking about? That's exactly what this page is all about. Let us forget our differences and come together.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I haven't finished. You know, another thing I'm trying to say is this. Now, you see, no, it's not a question. This one is just to add what is going on here before I move to my business. What I'm trying to say this time around, now,
because people day here where we want talk, everybody want talk.
Yeah, you can talk. See, when I say something 2 minutes, I
also as just there here. If I want talking, will interrupt me. If I want talking, will interrupt you. Don't know
So what I'm trying to say now is this. Now we are getting back to our senses. Now this time around is not the time. It's not the time we are waiting to get that separation. Everybody wants to separate. There's no doubt about that. But we need to be wise now and take this power out from APC by any means so that the person who is coming, we need a good man who will stand and change this constitution and do something so that everything we are clamoring for will work. But if you wait, you will shout it tomorrow. You even come out, they will put you in jail. There's nothing you can do because the people are evil. And before you walk with evil, remember, you need to get that long spoon, which we have now, so that we can conquer before you talk, before you go for another stage. Please, this is what my own take. I have no anything to say.
If that good man now should rule for 8 years now,
Let me quickly say this. Thank you. Mr. Makosa, thank you so much. God bless you. You know, the problem here, for me, I don't have any problem with anybody. You can come up, but when you are making submission, you make submission based on what you have in mind, not what you have on the table, what people are talking about. It's very ridiculous. It's like you are dragging people from 100 years back.
Then I talk what's in my mind now. I used to be post me. I talk what's in my mind. I used to be post me.
That 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. So my point here is, if we want to discuss national issue, let's discuss national issue. If you want to come up to discuss your own ethnic ideology, come and do it. But what we are saying here, like Mr. Makosa has explained, we have been doing this thing separately. Igbo wants to go, Yoruba wants to go. Maybe other part of the north that we may not even know they want to go. But because we are so focused on our own, we are not even noticing others that are also doing the same thing. Why can't we come together first? Let's sort ourselves and know which people are, in solidarity with this separation. When you now know how many you are, that are fighting for same common cause, it makes the cause more easier than you carrying the whole burden, you bearing the whole pain. Now, if we don't unite to a certain level, that division that you are looking for will never come. Divided, they say we fall, but united we stand. That standing does not necessarily mean that we are together. We're not together, but united we will understand ourselves. United we will now understand each other's common issues and common enemy. Now we have understood that somebody from Yobe is here. He's talking about the Yobe ideology. You from the east, you are here. I'm from the south, I'm here. Another person from the west is here. And we're all talking from the same ideology. But if you now come and then you want to now start talking about you yourself and you self alone, sir, you are dragging us all back.
Madam,
Because
speak for yourself.
we have discussed issues that could have, make up your mind to understand that this is a common cause. Let me try and see how I can join the common cause, and then later we discuss cessation. It doesn't make sense.
Nigeria will not work. I don't know why you people are finding it hard to understand. Nigeria will not work.
It's not true. Calm down.
Now, now, Nigeria.
Is not getting it, not us.
It's not true.
You are
Calm
not
down.
getting it. You are not getting it.
Now, me and you create Nigeria. Now, we give a the name
And
Nigeria.
next, another person talk.
Please, I would like
Calm
to.
down.
I would like
Please,
to.
let us calm down.
Let's hear
Let somebody else calm
Santiago.
down. Let us calm down.
Please.
Santiago.
Hello.
Please go on.
Hello.
Santiago, go
Good
on.
evening. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Welcome.
Before coming to a platform, I look at a platform. I don't like platform being rowdy. We need to give ourselves space to talk. I don't blame those people that say Nigeria cannot work. And I don't blame the people that say Nigeria can work. Let me come from this angle. People that experienced Nigeria when Nigeria was so sweet. Igbo people can come to Yoruba land and sleep safely. Yoruba can walk in Igbo land and sleep safely. We can go to Hausa land and sleep and eat safely. We've been interwoven and we interrelated with each other. The issue that came up that made us to be saying Nigeria cannot work. A lot of people that are saying this, most of them are this how many years ago that they don't experience Nigeria when Nigeria was so sweet. That means they will say Nigeria will not work. Because I know the time we are buying, we are spending 5 kobo, 1 kobo, 2 kobo. Nigeria was so sweet that period. We're even looking for another country, ethnicity from another country like Ghana and other people. At the time, I didn't know Ghana was not in Nigeria. I thought they are part of Hausa, Yoruba, and Ghana. That's what I used to think that period. When you ask me how many tribes we have in Nigeria, I'll tell you 4. And we related very well. Nigeria was so sweet. We were able to spend. We are not greedy. But the issue of this, our politicians, when they came, they did it as okay, and I don't want to know probably if you are okay or not. So definitely, there are so many things: instability, hunger, poverty, thinking, stress can cause on human being. They can call our children. At that time, they used to call us and tell us history. Yes, they tell us history about civil war, but on the good side. Not the history we hear from people that they say Yoruba are the one that caused the civil war. We cannot work together. Hausa Fulani are the one breaking the rules. If you look at it truly, someone in this comment, this thing said, let's be together and fight our common goal. Nigeria can work. Nigeria has been working before, and it can still work. Why is it in our generation that we say we are going? Even if you say you are living, we have divided, we are going to divide. Are you still not going to have the same Okorota that you have now? Are we not to have Tinubu that we are having now?
You see, I have a problem when you people come up with this logic. How are you the one to...
Please, can I talk? I don't like interjecting. You know, when everybody was saying I didn't talk. Are we not going to have the same Ojuku with the Igbo has then? The same place at their region that we still enslave them? Is it outside people that is enslaving us? When they wanted to do it in Igbo, they brought this Imo State governor. Is it from Hausa land? Is he a Fulani man? It's from your side. It's from your origin. When they wanted to bring, they bring Sanwo-Olu, and so on and so forth. These are our own people. Are these people not going to control the region again? So if you divide in that region again, you say you want to divide in the region, then we don't know where we are going, what we are doing. Everything is not about aggressiveness. We need to sit down and put things on the table. Nigeria have been working before. Nigerians have been enjoying their things before. Why is it now that Nigeria is everybody want to go? Because of greediness, on accountability. Assuming these are people are able to account for all the money they spend. Are we not people who say Nigeria is the best? They will tell us Nigeria we are the best. But don't let us look at today's situation and say let's divide and throw. Yoruba people will say you hear the thunder sound. You hear the thunder sound and you went inside your house to throw away all the water you have. You don't know maybe it will rain or not. We need to settle down. We need to think ourselves. We need to change our ways. We need to correct ourselves. We can do this with love. Look at what happened in Benue. Tinubu thought it's not going to happen. They turned all the APC flag. Shebi said he has confidence in Kaduna. Ubasoni is a champion of Kaduna. You see somebody that wanted to attack Tinubu. Someone wanted to attack him. I'm coming. Somebody wanted to attack him. And he knew, that's the time he knew now, he now said, they don't like me. What happened? They don't like me. My people doesn't like me, they hate me like hell. For a leader that you know that you won the election, definitely this, the voice, the attrition knows that you didn't win the election, you force yourself on us. Are we sure that we won't have all these people in all this region? So please, let us refute all this. We are going to divide. Even if we divide, the thing that is happening to Nigeria will still happen to our region. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Santiago. Please, let's wrap up.
I have my take on this particular issue. I have my own take on this issue.
Can I talk?
Hello, please. Let me say
Today you win, bitter truth, always bitter truth. Bitter truth, don't always do this. I don't like it. You always want to. No, bitter truth. No, I'll mute you now. You're always doing this. Wait.
You bring me up there, you say you go mute me.
Yes, now. Yes.
Don't
You're always doing this. I'll mute you because the way you are doing, you are disrupting the whole thing. Just wait for your turn. You will say your say, but you will have your time, but allow others to speak first.
I had my time here, someone was interrupting me here.
Okay, make you wait.
Go wait to.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, you can go down and go and wait there. It's not so. If you want to debate, you have to wait. Jot down your point. That's not the way you do it. Okay, then you can wait. It's not your time. Allow other people to came first. Try to respect the rules of the platform. And you want something that want to benefit your own, and you are out to not allowing others to speak. How does it bring fairness?
Thank you very much. I would like to say, Peter, please, this kind of insistence, this kind of behavior would probably be the same reason why I am
Say whatever you want to say. Stop calling.
Okay. I am much unequal as any other person, and
that
also
soon when you disrupt, hold on, brother. When you disrupt others, will bring you down. Now it looks as if you are trying to tell us that you know more than everybody in Nigeria. If you want to do anything, then you go ahead and do it instead of giving other people. Let Nigerians speak. If you don't like it, then you go down and then create a platform and try to tell people that this is what they need to do. Nigerians want to have their opinion, respect their opinion. That's what fairness is. That's what fairness is called.
Fairness, but you don't want me to talk.
Okay, nobody asks you to talk. Nobody asks you not to talk. But if you are trying to disrupt other one, I will bring you down for the last time because you are not trying to
bring me down. You bring me down. What do you mean?
Let therapy.
this is not how to represent the interest of the region. I am so disappointed.
Please, the next speaker, let's go. Therapy, go ahead.
Why do people bully bitter fruit now? It's not fair.
No. So I don't like it like that. What do you mean is bullying? What do you mean is bullying? If you want, brother, wait. So let me tell you this thing. This is not fair. You don't do things like that.
In as much as I don't like what you want to say or you don't like what I want to say, you must respect others' opinion. That's what it is. You want to go and create a country on your own. So you want to tell them that you always use this oppression to bully them? Are you showing good leadership like that? That's not how to do it. The reason why we bring you up, we want you to also express your own opinion. Equal representation.
Exactly.
Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much. I was going to talk about the solution to the problem because the last person that spoke and highlighted the greediness of our politicians and why even the division of Nigeria at this point is not the solution. He made quite a point that I so much uphold. Because if you look at the people that are representing us in the Southeast, they are not so different from the other people. It's like a cult that when you get in the fold, you begin to do just like other people. My state governor, for instance, in Enugu, he has constantly debunked what is going on in one part of Enugu state. People are being bite all the time. And he continues to put a curtain over this and sweep it under the carpet and make statements that try to give the impression that nothing like that is happening in Enugu. Now, when we talked about the problem about the expansion of the Fulanis, I think this is the problem about Nigeria. This is a generation. This is something that is happening in this generation. We need to understand that Nigeria has happened. There was a time Nigeria was good. There was a time Nigeria had its challenges. But right now, there is a bigger picture. There is something that is big that is happening in Nigeria right now. And it seems that they have been patient enough. Well, if you've been to Enugu, or if you are somebody that is from the Southeast, there is a place, a very popular place where the Fulanis have been living. They have been living in this place for years, for many years, and nothing, no problem. We don't have any problem with them until 2015. That year, 2015, when APC was formed. APC, I believe so much, and the candidacy of APC, it didn't just come into power for the sole purpose of governorship. Governance, good governance for the people. It had a different agenda. And the candidacy of Buhari was the person carefully selected to carry out this agenda. Because how would you explain it that you came up with Ruga, term that you know very, very well that if you know Hausa very well, if you understand Hausa, it means settlement. You came up with all those things. You came up with everything that is about Fulani expansionism. And this has carefully been carried out. The people that are in the military, the people that are at the top positions, they are all there to make sure that there is a synergy of action that would expand the Fulanis. Right now, we are no longer talking about Plateau. We are no longer talking about Benue. We are no longer it is all about the states, everywhere. And each month that there is any action of buying somebody or buying anybody from any quarter of Nigeria, Edo State was a hit about 4 or 5 months ago. Before you know what is happening, it is shifting to other states like Ogun State. Before you know what is happening, it is happening everywhere. Kwara State, Enugu, Jos, everywhere. It is taking place everywhere right now. And there is no state that you will go to in Nigeria that you don't have them in numbers. It's not about the cows, because if you talk about it, even in the business aspect of it, I don't know if they are paying any taxes at all. So these are private businesses. It's not about the cows. It's about what it is. And if we are sincere enough to tell ourselves the truth, we will see that this is about expansionism, the Fulani expansionism.
They don't marry the one wife, they don't marry two wives, they have many. And when they come to your region, give it 10 years, give it 20 years, they have outnumbered you. Then the next thing they are talking about is having a chief, a Fulani chief. Before you know what is happening, the Fulani chief is bigger than your Igwe, bigger than your governor. Then you become a second-class citizen. This is what happened in Hausa. So we need to really see the bigger picture. We need to see it the way it is. And how to demand fairness in this continues to be a problem because we don't know how to approach it. So that's all I wanted to say about it. It's not just about the business aspect of it. It is about Fulani expansionism, and that Fulani expansionism is nothing else. I want to say it the way it is. It's nothing else but to expand the Islamization of Nigeria. Obasanjo has said it before, and I quite agree with him.
Anyway, okay, Osas, are you there? So that we can. This Momo has not even spoken. He's just quiet. Osas, go on.
Yes, thank you. Momo is a pioneer. He's our brother. He's always sometimes very quiet, except when Momo has something to say, very important.
No, me, I will talk later, please.
Yes. So the person that just spoke last, right? My brother, to be honest with you, in Edo State they have tried it. In Edo State this year, they came up with they want their own chief, and the Edo people said no. And that no is a no for eternity. We have our own chiefs, we have our Oba, we have our traditional rulers, and that's how it's going to remain. We do not need any other chiefs from anywhere, and we do not need any other Oba from anywhere. Oba of Benin remain the Oba of the only Oba recognized in Edo State, and every other in Noge from Ishan, Uromi, and all other places. They are all recognized because these are indigenous people of Edo State. But when any other person come and say they want a chief, you can go to your own land and go and do that your chieftain. You can't do it in Edo State. It has never worked, it will never work. So when it comes to Ruga and land grabbing, for me, I've said it before, it's not a matter of whether we want to give you land or not. The problem here is that we don't even have the land. We don't have any land to give. Is it not when you have something you can now say, okay, it's available, you can come and take? We don't have it in the South. There's no land. South is a small place. So where do you want us to get Ruga that we will give you a plot of land that we will give you for you to do eternity Ruga? It will not work. Go to the north. You have land. You have land. The east, the southeast, they call them 1 square kilometer. Yeah, that's what they call the southeast. So why do you want?
They call us a dot.
So why do you want to come to a dot where we are barely managing to see where we can farm and why do you want to also come there to come and
the entire southeast is not up to Niger State.
Exactly. So why do you want to leave the whole Niger State? You want to leave Kaduna that has a massive landscape. You want to leave Boronu that has massive landscape. You want to come to Anambra that we are managing to even find where to put Pakawaka. It doesn't make sense. There is no land in the whole of the southeast and in the whole of the south-south. There is no land. We don't have it. We don't have land to give you. If you are looking for settlement, look for it in the north.
So why are you excluding the southwest? Why are you excluding the southwest? The southwest is not part of the south. Even the southwest does not have space too.
We don't have land. We don't have. If you remember, Benin and Yoruba also almost had issue with boundary because we are looking for land everywhere. We don't have. So why do you want us to see the land I want to give you? So that ideology of looking for Ruga, look for it in the north. You have land there. Stop forcing these things. It's not going to work. I'm not going to allow you now, government, to take my own fatherland and give to you, where we are managing to farm and rear small crops that we are using to feed. We don't have land.
Osas, let me just say this thing. I want to put it out there. In my state, the region where I come from Nsukka area in Enugu State. There is a place that is under a serious problem with our governor now. We are my people and our governor. It happens that I'm talking about. There is what we call Umuna. Umuna is like a kindred. this land belongs to our Umunna.
Our fathers.
Now, this land that is our Umunna is what our governor now said that he's going to use it for a farm settlement that we don't know of.
Not possible.
And our Umunna now said no. So we are having problem with our governor now. We don't know what he wants to do that place. This is happening in Enugu State. This is happening in Enugu State now.
It's not possible. We don't have land.
He's the only person that is not talking. I don't know.
We don't have land.
Seen our governor for doing this, doing that. Is it everybody that when everybody is dead, how can anybody enjoy these amenities that he's building?
No, it's, if we don't have land.
When people are dead, he wants to use that our land. It's not marked out for a hospital. It's not marked out for school. It's not marked out, but marked out for farm settlement. For who? And he has not said.
We don't have land. We don't have land. Let the people live. Because to be honest with you, this is not about racism. This is not about hating on anybody. This is the reality. We do not have any land to live.
So be coming down.
So there's nothing to bring down about when you know the truth. You don't want to give my toilet for Ruga. I don't understand.
Are they not Nigerians? I feel like not Nigerians.
They have right
to stay anywhere they want to stay and do business.
Very careful. I get that I'm going to They can stay anywhere now.
No, Agbaso, they have right to go and do what they want to do, but it must follow the proper law.
But me, they don't come Isoko. Me, they go Benin. No about Benin, give them land.
You want to cause another problem now, Agbaso. Your man don't they drive you, they go. Well, the point is that they can do what they want to do as far as they are following the proper rule and regulation. You can't give what belongs to the goose must also go to the ganders. It's simple. It's right intention.
Let me tell you. About Benin must give Fulani land. They are Nigerians too.
No. Agbaso, please let's not. Agbaso, let's not change it because before you know it just now, other people will come and they'll find, hey, let's just go to the topic.
Who wants to take a person and the person problem with that? Me, I'm just joking. What you concern me? Let's have
you are joking. Some people will pick it up like saying
they can all transform.
Not the time for joke now.
So please, let's just
everybody, I don't read.
No, Allah. Sam man, are you there? Sam.
Let me so you can bring Adedayo. I think he wants to say something.
He has not request, so I can't see his request. Adedayo, please send request.
Karen, have you had your submission?
Yes, she has spoken. Yes, she has spoken.
Yes, I have.
Karen, stay, please.
Yes, Simon, please go on.
Thank you very much.
Simon.
Marialit,
What's happening? Focus.
Now SATs now make me just lost my focus. Now you now can carry your own, now you come. You take,
Love,
you take time.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to talk about what I know the reason why Nigeria is not actually working, what we see as Nigeria not working. Why we think or why we think Nigeria is not actually working. To me, I think I mentioned this illustration before that just like this. In a place whereby you are supposed to use 100,000 naira, for instance, to achieve your aim, but then you have only access to 1,000 naira or even 100 naira. That's what you have access to. Which means it is not that 100 naira cannot buy one or two things from what plan you have. But then it's not enough. What am I saying here? Nigeria works based on budget. If you look at the population of Nigeria, we work based on budget, right? in a place whereby we allocate some amount of money to build roads across the nation, right? Depending on the kilometers. That okay. Oh yeah, I'm coming on that. Go to mommy out there. So in a place whereby we budgeted for some certain of kilometers that need to go across the nations, right? You know, someone in one part, maybe where the project is being put, right? Someone in another part that cannot see may think maybe it is not done. I don't know if you guys are not actually getting my point.
To your point, go
For the
ahead.
fact that,
Go ahead.
thank you. For the fact that we can only work based on budget, then we will definitely continue to have something to criticize. One project is maybe we only have access to maybe one project or 10 projects out of 1,000. But then the Nigerians, based on our reasoning, thinking, we just believe that once you are there, you're supposed to put everything in place at once, maybe during your regime. Everything's supposed to be in place. But that's not how the system is. That's not how the system works. And that is why we will continue to criticize and to criticize even the roads or the whatever project we know that yes, they are looting because they are the contractors, they are the owners of the companies that they give the contracts to and everything. We know they make money out of this nation. But we will continue to have spaces to criticize about. Definitely. And that is why Nigeria is not working. And that is why I will always go against the system. It is a system that makes that balloon the whole thing. Therefore, we really need a system that works. It is not about Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, or Fulani, or whatever. It's not about region, right? It's not about party. It's about system that works. We fail to understand this a system. You know, we think maybe if somebody does come as a president, you know, we just wake up in the morning and then just pour out your idea and then go ahead and exhibit your ideas. No, that is not how the system works. That's why we always continue to play the blame games. So that is why I always want us to reason the science behind the political system and see if there's something that was designed actually to work. Wait, I don't know if I'm getting out of point, but we really need to think outside the box. There was a time we lived in peace and harmony, you know, very freely, even though, you know, but today, look at where we are. Look at where we are. So, Sas, I wanted you to understand something very, very clear, right? Now that you're saying we don't have land, I want you to see this thing from this perspective. Are you saying there are not Fulanis in Edo State, your state, that lived in Edo State for more than 50 years, that were grazing their cows or whatever? Are you saying that?
Okay, can I answer you?
Yeah.
Okay, please mute because I'm echoing. See, Simon, there have been Simon. I'm trying to remove the thing. Simon, to be honest with you, there have been Fulani that has lived in Edo State. The problem is not you coming to live. The problem is you are looking for a land for settlement, right? So now, the real truth is this. If you go and check Edo State land mask, and the Edo State land mask, I don't know what you could call it in your grammar. Edo State, you're right. Land mask. You will realize that the indigenous are struggling to get a land to build. Right now, Simon, right? If you buy land in Edo State, even when you start building immediately, another person will come out and say they own that land. That is to show you that the indigenous does not even have where to build. So if indigent does not have where to build, where then do you want government to find a land to give you for Ruga? You are not getting the point. It's not a matter of whether I don't want Fulani. No, this is not the problem of I don't want you to come and live here. You can live and find where to squat, just like me. I'm finding a place to squat. I've told you before, this year, I have a friend in the US that wanted to farm 500 acres of land, and he wanted by all means to do it in Edo State because he believed that in Edo State, he will find people that will do the work and everything. But bro, he went from one traditional ruler to another, and they told him they can't give you more than 10 acres. They don't have 500 acres to give you to cultivate cassava for the next 1 year. Because if they give you such land, it will mean that you are locking down a lot of landmass and a lot of land space, which they don't have to give. So they only tell him, you know what, you can go to like the Delta area and look for another 10 acre and come to Edo, we'll give you 10 acre. Look for around like that, you will get 10 acre around, and then you'll be able to farm. So there is no 500 acres that will be able to give to anybody to do settlement. That's the truth. Meanwhile, in the north, you have enough vast land that's not cultivated, that is not being used. Meanwhile, we are squatting. Don't you get the meaning of squatting? We're trying to find a place to put head. Go to Lagos. Look at the way they are now building houses. Check, because there is no land. There is no land. Let's stop this deceit of, unaliving innocent people because we say we want land. Meanwhile, you are coming from a place. This is, to me, what we are doing here is deceiving ourselves. We are deceiving ourselves. And we're just buying innocent people for no reason. Why going to rural areas? Those people in the rural area, do you think they don't want to come to the city? Why do you think
Please summarize, please.
Sorry. The people in the rural area in Benue State that they are buying, do you think they don't want to come to the city? It's because they feel like, when we come to the city, we're going to crowd the city more. Let us just manage our village and stay here, where we at least have a place to sleep and stretch. But when we continue this evil agenda of looking for land, and we are buying innocent soup, and you want to tell me in Edo State, we don't have. There's no land in Edo State.
Let me say this to... Okay, Sarah, just go
on. Please, let me finish my submission. You see, the issue with Osas is this. She refused to go outside where she believed is the... let me land, please. Let me make my point. You see, you limit Edo State to only the city of Edo. That makes Edo. And that is why you say you don't have land to build. And not, even to build, not talk of ranching. You limit it only within the city. That's why you say when you have a land, someone will come and rebook it. That is why you are not seeing what I am saying. And then the fact that you believe or think that they want to import the Fulanis from the north down to the Edo.
You're getting it all wrong. You're getting it all wrong.
So listen, let me finish now. From your submission, from what you said, that is exactly how it is, because you said we are requesting for land to come and graze. As if that is why let me finish
what
now.
I just told you. There is no land.
Don't jump into conversation like that now. Let me make my points now, please. That is the reason why I asked you the question. If there are no Fulani in Edo State that lived, you can't tell me somebody that lived in a place for more than 50 years is not settled in that place. You can't tell me that. So you can't tell me that there are no Fulani who have been grazing in the land of Edo for more than 50 years. You can't tell me that. So giving these people that space, as in just instead of them to go about grazing, give them the space. Okay, limit them to one place. Stay within this place. We'll be selling grass to you. That was the request. Not that they are going to import people from Nigeria, from Nigeria, Let me make my point. These people have been living within this state, and we are having crisis with them and the farmer. How do we settle this thing? Okay, limit them to one area. Give them access to one area. Okay, you just based on this area, then buy what you feed your animals. Anything that makes you go beyond this, the law will take it cost.
That is the request. That was the response. The request. But you are putting it as if maybe they want to import the Fulanis from the north to the east or to the south or to
No,
the
that's not the issue.
From your
here.
statement, that's how you're putting it.
No, you are not. You are trying to push it to that narrative, but that's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is, what I'm telling you is there is not even land to build. That much more to talk of where you will now keep cows that you will now be feeding. But meanwhile, you said they can put them in one place in Benin and they will be selling them grass there. Why can't they stay in the north? Are there no more transportation? We have vehicles now. We have truck. We have Dangote truck. Why can't Dangote truck move from Benin in the morning and arrive in the north in the evening and still carry the same grass? Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. And still carry the same grass to the same cow where they are gathered in one place. What's the problem?
Okay.
Is it not the same
Let
thing?
him just finish. Let him just finish so that we'll round up.
Mrs. Osa, if you're saying that, as in maybe people coming from the north to the east or to the south is just like someone who is traveling from Nigeria to abroad. It's all about seeking for greener pasture. And this is exactly the reason why you see the Fulani traveling from one place to another in order for them to do what? To seek for that same greener pasture. They are looking for a fertile land to graze on, always. You get? So you saying maybe to
round up
to go around or stuff like, I'm just rounding up, sir. So for you to say they should stay in the north. In other way around, there are people who are saying that they're not even from Nigeria. So it's just like you're rejecting them. You want them to be in the north. I don't want to put it that way, but you're saying is for them to stay. Okay, let's assume that they are from the north. For you to say they should remain in the north is just like you telling Nigerians not to go abroad to seek for greener pasture. Since Nigeria is as rich as it is, why are they going outside Nigeria to look for greener pasture? Thank you. I'm rounding up here.
Oh, thank you very much, my brother.
Sorry, my cabinet, no verse.
No, my turn. No, you can go ahead. I just want.
Okay.
After you.
You see, this is one of the reasons why this conversation about this frugal thing, it will always make some of us from the south to get angry. I said this in the last time when that lady was here. What's her name? That was her friend. I said many of you are not being honest when you want to make submission concerning this thing. Now, I will not told the line of is rearing of animals is not a personal business. Just like every other person that have their personal business. We that are into the hospitality business in Nigeria. So make a question to the claim now, say government should come and give us land in the north so that we can establish more hospitality business in the north. When like I'm supposed to go and pay for land and buy from a private individual or whatever. This one, you guys are not being fair. Many of you from the north are not being fair when you are making your submission. Is reign of animal not a private business? Now let me leave Osas. What Osas has said. Oh yeah, you that have cow that you want to rear, go and buy the 500 acre. The way that guy from US tried to buy 500, but they gave him 10 how many? 10 acres.
He came and wanted to buy Agbaso. They said no. They can only lease for 1 year.
That's what I'm saying. You see the way the guy went. He tried 500. They said no, you take 10. So you as a Fulani, go and try 500. Maybe they give you 5. Go and try. It's a private business. Why must you come to Edo? Why must you come to Delta? The north is very big. The north has a lot of ungoverned space. That is why all these criminals are passing through that boundary and come into the country. That's why hold on. That's why Peter Obi has always advocated that. The north is a place that if it is properly managed, all this insecurity will stop, because then now all those vast land that are not occupied, there will be things that are done there, and then they will be able to spread, productions and the rest of it to that area. At the same time, there will be police, there will be army, and the rest of them to secure those things there. But you have big land that are empty. You want to leave that empty land to come to the small one that is already tight in the south. Have you guys even sat down and look at the map of Nigeria? Have you seen the amount of land that is allocated to the north? Even the middle belt does not want to be part of the north, but they force it to be part of the north. Have you seen the amount of land that is there? I mean, come to abroad.
I want to come out there and go do something.
You say?
I want to come out there and go do something. Man,
Okay,
just
go
put
on,
my
go
own man. Go. No, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. You see,
The truth must be told, and the truth will always set you free. Why is it that whenever the thing hurts us, we want to shift the goalpost? Why? Why is it that we cannot respect other people's rights, but you want them to respect your own? Why so? It is very unfair that this elders farmers clash has been a long time. I want to remind you guys, this is the 15th time we are talking about it on this platform. Beauty Ade, do you still remember 2 years ago when we brought yes, I was one who co-host with this with the guy, the Mieti Allah from Borno State. You remember? With Beauty Ade, are you still there? We brought him here to come and tell us. You see, one thing I know for sure, there's a charter from the ECOWAS that actually graced them that route. But here was the point.
I remember.
Now, you see, here was the point. And what did I tell this guy? I told him and I said, listen, even if I'm your brother, I will not forgive you. Nigeria has gone past that stage whereby you are now telling people to continue that route. We are in a democratic state. If now my papa, I'm gonna collect him. Because you are encroaching somebody else's fundamental right. It's simple. If we want to actually be fair to every Nigerians, why can't we make business out of this thing? Why can't we put them in our own places and then actually ask for grass from somewhere else? It's business. Sell this thing to us, and we also give you this, or you can do it a trade by barter. It's simple. Creating this kind of clashes that is leading to lives of Nigerian being unalive on a daily basis. We can eradicate these things with just a common sense. Okay, you sell for me, and now when you need the meat, I will also sell to you. It's simple. But when you have a government that is not proactive towards setting these things, whereby we have a law that actually says equality before the law. So what gives you the moral right to tell you that, oh, we are born to rule, we are born to carry AK-47, the others cannot do it? What makes you think we are proud? We are born to actually have that sense of belonging. There's no point. It means that some of us do not read what laws are. Rules of action established by an authority. You are a private citizen, for crying out loud. You want to do your business, okay? Create that business, but do not use it to inflict pains or step on other people's fundamental human rights, for crying out loud. I can't say because you are my brother, and then when I say something that is going to create havoc, and I will continue to tell you, oh, you are doing well. It doesn't work like that. Let's be fair. Do I think Nigeria will be great? Yes. The answer is a capital yes. And what are the foundation? Thank God we are already in a democratic system. But do our leaders actually understand the ethics of how a democracy works? The answer is a capital no. Because all the shenanigans we are seeing, from this to this, whenever you blame this, I say, oh, don't blame me, because the next person that did it, he did a terrible job. So why I'm coming now, don't blame me now, I just started office. So what was your purpose of you holding that office? What is the purpose of government? If it's an institution through which the will of a state can be formulated, so you build on the foundation set by who? The person or your predecessor. If it is not something good, you have a cabinet or an institution that you actually sit down and say, we need to change something X, Y, and Z. But in as much as we are doing it, we need to actually engage the citizen to actually, limit the scope of which they will face hardship. You put something in place. But nobody is actually doing that. So why do we have a government if the private citizens are actually not happy And democracy said the power belongs to the people. And you too, you are going to then ask the people and say, go and hold this accountable. Then why are you the commander-in-chief? This is the problem. And how do we set this thing? I'll give you an example. First, we have to have a constitutional foundation. Because it should be clear that right is for all. We don't have to cherry pick. That some people are born to carry AK-47 and some don't, and the rest don't have to. It doesn't work. Then there's no equality before the law. That's not democracy. Guarantee equal rights and protection regardless of ethnicity, religion, and cultural background. Because we are a bowl of salad. Lettuce, tomatoes, or whatever you call it that makes the salad sweet. Everybody is bringing their own ingredients. That's what Nigeria is supposed to be. Under that foundation, you have to decentralize the power. It is fundamental. Because Nigeria is too big, it's too vast for somebody to just sit down in the center and say, let me control the 36 slate plus one. Or did you be that? If you don't want to have a federal, you can have a semi-federal system, help empower the region and communities with local governance, preserve cultural identities. Simple. But yet, whenever you say it, it's like, oh no, you don't understand the foundation. Then how do you set up a foundation if you don't have a proper structure? This is just the point. Then go to it, then we have representation of institution. I've always emphasized on this. Our institutions are wrong because they are not really represented the way it is actually being stated by the rule of law. But the same people will come out and say, oh, you know what? I can't do it because... But you have the right to go and tell an executive arm of government is building a house for the judicial arm of government. Then how do you... what? Is that not interference? How do we then promote judicial independence? And that is what is, unaliving a lot of people in this country because we don't have what is called a judicial independence where somebody can be bold and said, I'm taking you to court, I'll be guaranteed that I'm going to get a fair trial. It doesn't work like that. Because I know this person know me. This is how we have actually used it to destroy our country. Just because of your selfish interest, it's my brother, it's my turn, it's my ethnicity. So why then do you have to put us in this enclave called the geographical territory called Nigeria? It doesn't make sense. Then, if you want to also bring us together to form a united front, which I think will be great, you have to promote education and integration. Because we cannot continue hearing the word Yoruba Hausas, Igbo Hausa, and Yoruba. They are not the only people in Nigeria. It means that we are actually limiting the minority to say, go and help yourself. If you cannot help yourself, you can go and hawk transformer. Then why do you then tell them that they are living in a country where there is equality before the law? Is that not a fallacy? Ask yourself. It's a fallacy. Also promote social and economic equity. These are all things that it should be. Anti-discriminatory laws should be put in place. At this time, where you have this tribal bigotry, tribal nonsense, somebody will come and say, yeah, because I'm a Fulani, I will support my brother because he was born to rule, to carry AK-47 and on a life in Nigeria, he doesn't care. Who gave you the right? Who told you that? These are things that we should be putting in. And anybody who tells a Nigerian that he does not belong here, you should be put in handcuffs immediately. Because that is a crime. They are out there, but we don't have a proper implementation. I've also talked about this. We should promote a mechanism of what? A national dialogue. What we are doing here today is also part of a national dialogue. You can say it's a debate or whatever you say, but These are all ethnic backgrounds living inside this small box here, trying to iron things out. We are all having a national dialogue. These are the things we need to promote. If we want to actually have it, let us open that chapter and say, okay, if this constitution is not working for us, let's have a national dialogue whereby all the stakeholders will sit down. We actually, iron things out according to the way we believe it. If we don't want to call it democracy, we can also call it African-cracy, or whatever you want to call it. We don't want to pick the Greek one or the West. We can call it our own. What stops us from calling it our own? Because it suits our own beliefs and our ways of life. We can call it like that. As far as everybody agrees to the mechanism and said, okay, if you are here, you have to respect also X, Y, and Z. If I'm there, I have to respect X, Y, and Z. If I commit crime, even if my brother is the chairman of whatever you call it, the law must take its place. Let's make laws that are supposed to act like a cash machine. If you go there, okay, give me 10 naira. You know, go say because, oh, you know what? Agbaso na put me here and I want to collect money, so make I give him. He say they ask for 10 naira, make I give him 20 naira. It won't be possible. All of you here, where they live for diaspora, someone that live in Nigeria, when you are working, there's something that guides you. It's called policies and procedures. Why do you think they put it there? It's to checkmate you. It's an institution that checkmates you and also checkmates himself. Meaning, even the manager not safe. If he violates the rules and regulation or that principle, he will also be fired. He will also be fired. That's how it's supposed to be. But whenever somebody just come out, oh, it's my turn, and nobody's quiet, everybody's saying he was just using political statement. No, that can disintegrate the whole, can make the whole country go into Wolabalu. The same thing Atiku said. Oh, they don't want the Igbo, they don't want the Yoruba. How can you be issuing that kind of statement and you want to rule this country? You should be investigated with an independent body that will put you in place. Irrespective, all these economic and financial crimes commission, these are institutions that were designed to help build that dividends of democracy. But they've actually hijacked it for their own selfish interest. That is where we get these whole problems. Truth must be told. We can have cultural, diverse culture or difference in culture, but what actually speaks for us is that document known as the supreme law of the land, which is everybody is subject under it. There is nobody above the law. That should have been in place. If we sit down to iron this thing using this mechanism, we are heading to the promised land. But if you don't take it, this is just my opinion. If you want to class me as anything, that is okay. But I am a Nigerian first before anything. Thank you.
Machiavelli, do you believe Nigeria will work as a country?
That is what I just told you at the first time. The answer is a capital yes. And I told you, and I'm giving you the mechanism at which it's going to work. Okay. I've told you since this is my first thing.
Okay, no problem. Adeda, please go on. Adeda, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Oh,
So is it me or
no, I'm going.
You will speak after Adeda, then Billy Cool, then Didu.
it's me, Billy Cool. It's me.
Yeah, let
Thank you.
Adeda
Thank you very
Adeda
much.
speak.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Please, thank you.
Thank you.
Machiavelli, good evening.
Be my brother.
In fact, Machiavelli, you have actually spoken, and you've spoken, in fact, my mind, you've spoken some of the things I have in mind. But, just like you started, I also want to start on the note that, yes, Nigeria cannot break, and it can work as a country. Because let's be honest, there's no leader or political ruler in that country today that will even want to break it, because it is like a pot of soup for them. They know to pick it when it's rosy. They know how to turn it around, you know. And going to what actually happened in Benue, which I think is actually the background to this discussion. Why is it that we people, or we Nigerians, we cannot live together in harmony these days? And when we look at it in the past, someone said it that yes, there are people, or there are Fulani who has lived in Yoruba land for like 50 years, or there's an Hausa man who has been in the north and of course has lived there for like 50 years. Yeah, we have it like that in the past, before the incoming of all these political talks, before all these our rulers, because I call them rulers, they are not leaders, because the leaders will not lead the followers astray. No, so before all these people, before the advent of this democracy in Nigeria, we've been living together in harmony. And why is it now that we now have all these ethno-religious divisions, multi-ethnic, multi-religious clash here and there? No, from my view, I know Nigeria has about over 250 ethnic groups. Okay, so if we want to split Nigeria, or someone was talking about dividing Nigeria the other time, we want to divide Nigeria now, so we have to divide Nigeria into about over 250. Because if I am a Yoruba man and my neighbor state is also maybe Edo, and we have the same resources, or we have the common resources that we are tapping from, maybe gold or something. If care is not taken, that gold is going to cause a problem within the two states after division. Then that will become, well, a war. And exactly that's what's going to happen everywhere. So, and the best way for us to be together is to co-manage ourselves. That's the best way for us to co-manage ourselves, and of course to be aware of all these poor leaders, all these bad leaders that we have, because the corruption, that they see as a business nowadays, or last year, other politics, they see it as their own business nowadays, in which they can kill anybody because of that. So we definitely have to be wary of all these political leaders. If we actually want to solve this problem, we have to stay away from the politics. And if, for instance, let's say, this, just like Malik said the other time, if this is a group of people that is actually to solve the problem of Nigeria today, we definitely have to put sentiment aside. We need to put, politics aside. We need to work together and say, okay, what is it that is useful for me and it's also useful for you? Okay, what is it that you don't have that I believe I can give you in love? We need to sit around the table and do this together harmoniously. And to do this, we definitely need to be wary of all these political leaders. Another problem I see in this is about all this our resource mismanagement. Despite the rich in oil and gas and every other thing that we have, I can't believe that Nigeria is still the level it is. When you want to construct a coastal road from one point to another, you are politicizing it. What is there in constructing road? What is there? If during the time of military, if they don't do all that, what are they going to be talking about today? Okay, what is the condition of those roads that we have? What are the conditions of those roads? So our resources they've been mismanaging this thing through corruption. And they're trying to weaponize poverty. And these are the areas that we all need to look at it together and say, look, we don't need to fight ourselves. This is a common problem. We don't need to fight ourselves. To solve this problem is to identify, okay, who is giving us this problem? Then, what are the ways to solve it? I know that countries of which they don't, of course, their citizens don't depend on government doing something for them. Or go out, do things for yourself to make your life better. And that is why also this issue of insecurity, insurgency, banditry, kidnapping and communal violence everywhere. It's not only in Benue. Don't think it's only in Benue. It's not only in Benue. See, someone said Fulanization. Yes, I will agree. Because they've started this since 18th century. They've been doing that. They've started this since 18th centuries. That they've been grabbing land from one place to another. What is it and why? Because you want to rear cow. This is a business, for God's sake. It's a business. Just like someone said the other time, it's a business. It's just like I'm into real estate, right? And of course, I need to build. Get more land. Will government give me free of charge? It's a business. So, and it's because of this way that they've done it. When you look at it, a government are doing something which is by making the judiciary, by weakening it, in the sense that they build them houses, they do this for them, they do that in order to buy them. And on the other way around, it's not easy for you to sue someone, like government or some. It's a out of law and think of you're going to win. No. They've seen they have been able to buy that particular section out. And that is why you see that they can boast of saying, okay, they're going to conduct another election in another period and they will be the one to win. And that's why they can be thinking of making a country one party country. And you call yourself a Democrat. Where is that done? And as a Democrat, you definitely need to give a way for someone to challenge you. If you are a Democrat and you are good at what you do, you give a way for someone to challenge you. So, in my own view, we definitely need to work together. It is not by fighting. It is not by killing ourselves. These people killing us, they are our government. Because they've politicized everything. Because if you look at the issue of the Benue, for instance, it's Fulani against, let's say, the locals. And when you look at the locals, majority of them are Christians. Fulani are Muslim from the other side. That's another thing. So when you look at all these things, why is it that a government will make it mandatory for governors to give out land for Ruga? You don't mandate it, please. Because we need to live in peace. You don't mandate it. Thank you very much. That's my submission.
Thank you, Mr. Odedayo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Baso.
Now, Bali, Abi.
Be like Nadine Dufay come before you. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
No,
it's Bali now. Okay, go ahead, Bali.
Okay. He don't settle. But thank God, say Machiavelli did the house.
What happened to Machiavelli?
No, say I always avoid all anything Naija talks because I know it's not just to talk, but Now, if you remember now, since you already said it now, we have been saying this thing for a long but nothing is happening because of so many different reasons of so many people. You can even, before I even started, you can even see our brother, very dark man, that the way this guy is fighting, you know, and no, only an evil devil person will say very dark man is not a good person, and he's not doing well. But go to his in official comment section, you will see a lot of Nigeria criticizing him, condemning him. If they have opportunity, they can even buy him to tell you how many of us are very evil naturally, and there is nothing you can do to change when somebody's devil is evil already. And that's and if you remember, for the past decade that we have been deliberating on these issues, you can see some people claim to speak English. They just came to claim, I know how to speak English, but they are not passionate about the solution of moving forward. That is why you can see for over 3-4 years on this TikTok, we are only speaking English, but there is no, most of them are not discussing the solution passion and say, okay, this is how it's going to be, and this is how it's going to be. You already said it all, Machiavelli. You said this is a business. These are the people that, and there is another person that also said it, that Fulani have been. First of all, I'm not supporting whatever recent.
It doesn't matter. Just
yeah,
give
that
it.
is
It doesn't
happening.
have to.
Yeah, let me give an example. I have a good friends. One is Emeka. The other one is Mr. Chris. He's already late about 6 years ago. Naibo man, very hardworking guy. One day we sit down, they talk. He said, what thing they happen? Fulani, when I know for my state, what would they do business that year? They begin to bring many years story. Emeka come again from Anambra State. This guy, we live almost 20-something years together, me and him. You know, Emeka say, he said during June 12, when they don't burn a shop for Lagos, he don't go meeting and brother say, they don't burn, Yoruba don't burn my shop. I don't lost everything. I need money to start the business again. His brother say, no get money. Brother get hospital. So when you go round for inside that hospital to go, you see carton like beer. This carton where they put beer. It is saying a beer. You open and you want carry bottle. You see money full everywhere. You don't go meet him, brother. He say, I ask you to give me money to go back Lagos start business. You say you don't get money. All those carton of money where they do so. The senior brother tell us, say, now Fulani get her. Every year they don't drop the money go reach 1 year there until their season come, they come back the money. But he can never give her inside that money because he doesn't want to, how they used to say it in English, he doesn't want to break that trust. That this is what they have been doing for a decade. And this is an Igbo man. When if not sometimes some Nigerians go say, Igbo, they like money, oh, they can kill you because, but this is an Igbo man keeping a Fulani man money for many years. And he refused to give his brother. So Emeka was surprised, said, what is happening now? When those, remember when those things started, those about 15 years ago, all those things that, those atrocities. And we all know that the root of, we failed to go back to the root of all those causes, that causing all those things. Before we are living okay, we have the, things have changed, have fallen apart. And even if there is a solution, a place to, a way out, our government also capitalize on every single, what do you call it, every single issue to utilize it into their own special benefit. We all know that. Whenever small problem, we know how Boko Haram started, and which they have the solution, but they refuse. They use it to be looting money to buying arms and so many things. So we know where this problem is. Recently, I've seen a video of Benue, a company in the middle of bush in Benue, a company looting our resources. The same thing in Zamfara. And those things, whenever there is arrangement, they will find one group and put money there, let them be killing themselves while they are busy looting our resources. We all know where this problem came from. So, if it is an issue of a community, what is the position of the emir in the state? All those emir that they are putting there, what will be their job to do? Huh? Those are, if it is normal basic community issue, there is a way to solve it. Huh? But no, this is above. I think it's even above those emirs. This has become something that have to do with our politics and all those our leaders. But the citizens are not also helping matters. And yet we have been dragging. The Muslim, the war is happening between the Palestinians and Israel. You will see the Christians supporting Israel. You will see the Muslims supporting Palestinians. The Muslim will be. They are shouting that. The Christian will be shouting that is a land of promise. God give them that land, so nobody can take that land away from them. It's a promised land. And yet, if you ask a white man here, and if you ask other people, they will say, no, that land belongs to Palestine. But you see, so the same thing is happening. Since, according to what Machiavelli said, let me remind Machiavelli said, lack of proper implementations. Lack of proper implementation right from the beginning. So, because if we had a proper implementation, anybody that comes to your state, you must go and register in the local councils. They will take in database. They will know where it came from. You will have what they call a database identification. If now foreign Fulani, we know. If now one way move from Kasina, calling Edo State, we go know. But we don't have that proper implementation. The border everywhere is open. And there are business between, regardless what is happening, regardless there are disadvantages of the unaliving people that is going. But we are still benefiting from every part of those. Like me now, I've never known there is ogbono soup until one house man will go marry Benima woman carry and come not. In the morning, we see this woman, they cook one draw soup, yellow. Now, so we go gather the watch. She carry up soup, collect our brother come from, when he go course for Edo State. She marry her. They are not living with happy children. That is where I know, this is what I never know, say, I am be the ogbono soup until when I come abroad. I can't see ogbono soup. It means that there are so many things we can benefit from each other. Now fear no let for the past 2 years now. Fear no let me buy cow give my family. Now my mates, they have $1 million.
But Baliku,
Huh?
why can't the Northerners just stay in the big open space?
Oh, that way.
There.
You did not even hear waiting Machiavelli.
No, I'm listening to you. No,
now you are saying that according to you, that Fulani needs to remain in the north. Fulani should not go in those states or to go in other states.
Baliku, there are
don't forget,
ones.
there are issues. No, Oga, we don't want argument. You cannot
it's
say
not argument.
some people
there is
that
live there. Why can we not
wait?
Okay, I'm waiting.
Oga, wait. Let me finish. We don't want argument. There are people that live with 50 years in your community, and you are living peaceful with them until these evil leaders that we have bringing issue that lead us to this recent state that we are, and you are telling them they should go out, they should go back to north. No, we miss opportunity.
No, you are getting me wrong.
Like,
I am not saying people that have lived in a particular place. Definitely, they have land there. They, one way or the other, they become indigenous, whether we like it or not. What I'm saying is,
so
I'm talking about people that are migrating.
Let me finish.
Don't migrate. Stay back.
If you have a question, let me land.
Let those that are wait first.
Let me land. You want me to forget what I'm saying? It's my time. So then you can ask me the question. No problem. We are not fighting. You know. So you see the business part where Machiavelli is saying of this thing. Supposing say, okay, we not say every state no get the same land. Yeah. Some land big parts of some states, but there are limits of what the land and what that state can provide. Based on say, we they eat meat. All of us they eat meat. Nobody goes deny that one. You understand? Will they eat meat? It means we are going to benefit from those people. So the average that state can give is okay. Our capacity can only sell so capacity. So capacity. There are other states that they can also take the same thing. And there are business that even the citizen of that state can that kind of ranching that they are talking. If they follow the normal process the way it happened here, that even is going to they're going to provide business to the people in that state, and they're going to be paying tax. They will be paying tax. But no, we don't want solution. Nigeria don't want solution. This is not about whether you are Igbo, whether you are Bini, whether even if I go within outside people, they have this conversation. That's also argument. You go. There are some part of my outside people where they say their direction they're different. We can never understand each other. It happened. So this is the same thing with all Nigerians. We don't want solution, and that's why we go. They cry every day. They complain, but solution we don't want. If we want solution, you can see it from Machiavelli. Sorry, I said Machiavelli. The very dark man.
Baliku, let me just shock about Agbaso.
One second,
Whenever you see the Northern and having their own TikToks and you come and hear the argument like this, he's telling the truth. I've been there and I've seen it. I know why. What you cannot tell your fellow brother, he will tell you this. You don't understand anything. But at the end of the day, the truth must be told. I don't know if you understand, but it's hard.
Machiavelli, let me even shock you. This my sister 2 days ago. I opened fire for her for inbox. This my sister Osas. Wait, this is so. I shot for her 2 days ago on inbox. The reason why I shot for her is that whenever they share something for her, I go share all the update, whether na music, whether na politics, whether na everything. I go share give am. But she no go share for me until when she wears one outside man they speak go left, they speak go right, and that one she dey share for me.
You too, you know where.
I dey tell you, not be beauty, Osas.
Osas, straight bullet.
Yeah, she will never share any reasonable thing for me. Until when she wear, so they criticize outside, I be one outside they speak go left, and that one day she dey post for me. I said, what did they do you? All the posts I've been posting for you, did I ever share Benin person they speak anyhow? I said, no, don't share that kind of thing for me. I've shared you different story. Even beauty can testify that. But I don't, when it comes to tribalism, I not be my way. Don't send me because one outside man, they fuck up. We want this. I cannot share you the same thing. If I see Benin man, they fuck up, I go just watch and cross over. I will never share it to anybody. That's not my business. So now that kind of mentality, we must change in Machiavelli. You have been trying, but they will never reason. If you know this platform today, I swear they will turn this platform upside down with argument. Thank God you are here, Machiavelli.
Baliku, that's the essence of why we're all gathered here. We might have differences, we might have this. I've been to my brothers there. They actually told me that I was a sellout. I was told to my face that I shouldn't come back home. So that is not my problem, my brother. But the fact has to be told. So you continue doing your best, but God, the ancestors will always help you. And also, what's it called? Internet will not lie. Everything we are doing here is still on the internet. Whether you record it or not, it's still going to be told that somebody else, Baliku, Agbaso, one of these, this one, they were there. So that's the point. Go ahead, Baliku.
Dintu.
Yeah, I'm here.
I stop for him. Let another person speak.
Yeah. Yeah. How about
Osas, please out of the comment section, please.
Osas, one last question. Make sure you don't come drag this thing.
Osas, drop every ammunition and ask a small question.
That's when you have drop me.
No verse.
The truth of the matter is, Mr. Baliku, the truth is, it's not like I don't like sharing when there are other things. But if I don't find something meaningful, and I don't, like, to be sincere, the video I shared to you was also shared to me by somebody. So because I hardly even find time to stay here and be scrolling and be watching. But if people share something to me, and I listen to it and I share it to you, that's not to say maybe I'm trying to discredit anybody. Maybe I share it to you for you to also have your own opinion. Not because I want to necessarily bring down the North. No, that's not it. I think I am more of a pro-Nigerian than any other person. And, some people testified here before. I had a fight with, what's his name, Bitter Truth. Why? Because he's here always to promote this, let's divide, Nigeria cannot work, Nigeria cannot work. I don't like to hear all that. To me, I see it like people are building, some people are building and some people are pulling it down. That's not how we work. If you are in a platform and you meet people talking about nation building, the only thing you can do is just join them and continue with that nation building topic. If you cannot do nation building with them, then you just stay away. You don't necessarily have to be there and trying to be, saying things that will demoralize people or debunking what they are saying. For me, that's not nation building. So I don't have anything against the North or the West or anywhere. But if I share something to you, just know that maybe sometimes the thing is not quite clear to me and I want clarity. It's not for you to come and attack me. Mrs. Sasas, no, that's not true. I don't do that. I hope you get my point. Thank you.
No, me, I did not attack you. I'm just telling you.
You attacked me because your comment was.
I know they will do
We get the point. We get the point.
Your comment was very, very tough. Anyway, what you wrote was a bit tough, but it's okay. I understand.
It's
It's my turn to speak now, right?
Didn't do be calming down.
I don't calm down. I get plenty things to talk. But I go try and make them brief. I mean. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Need to go on. I was just telling Osas to take her L. She see the fight. No, the fight. Take your L. Sure.
No, good evening, everyone. Yeah, the person that made me come up, it's unfortunate that the person is not around. I just wanted to correct some things and let him know some history about Nigeria. Anyway, Nigeria is a country with so many nations in it. OA still said this same thing 2 days ago or yesterday. And the earlier we understand this, the better for every one of us. There are so many nations in the country called Nigeria. And we all have our history. We've been in existence for more than 2,000 years. All the nations in Nigeria, be it Ijaw, Tiv, Yoruba, Igbo, all of us have history back up to like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. And what I want to say is this. Do you really expect these regions or these small nations in Nigeria to just throw away their culture or their way of living? The answer is no. Because we were born and brought up by this culture and tradition. But we found ourselves in a country, good and fine. Can Nigeria still work like this? Yes, if the right things and the right leaders are in position. But the question I want to ask is, are all Fulani herdsmen? Are all Fulanis herdsmen? The answer is no. Some persons have been saying there are Fulanis living in Benin, living in Lagos, living in this for more than 50 years or so. Are you trying to tell me that all those Fulanis that have lived in these places are all herdsmen? The answer is no. They have other businesses like Mami markets. Mainly now where these people, they occupy Mami market. And what do they do in that Mami market? If you follow this, and you see that most times what they sell there is meat, cow. And another question I want to ask is this: why can't we respect other people's tradition and culture when we go to their place? Because I know that there are some parts of Nigeria, when you go there, they'll tell you they don't accept alcohol here. If you're seen with alcohol, it's an offense. And we respect that. We respect their religion. We respect their culture. For we to live in peace and harmony. Even their dress code, you see them, the ladies, they will cover their faces and all of those stuff. But here in the South, we still have our own. In Igbo land,
there is what we call 4 market days. If Eke market day and Orie are for all those things, you cannot carry your goods to them to any day, any particular day in that market to say that you're selling, because that day is not a market day. So even if you're a foreigner, when you come to Igbo land, you respect their culture and tradition. Same thing with Yoruba land. Some persons will always say Lagos is a no man's land. It's a capital no. We all know that Lagos is a Yoruba land. So if you go to Lagos, you've lived in Lagos, you have a house in Lagos, you've been there for years, does it warrant you to insult their tradition and culture or disobey it? The answer is no. All those their rituals and tradition they do, that one they did before election, they told you, Oro Abi what? Please don't come out so time. This is our tradition. No wahala. Everyone entered inside for them to do their tradition. You will not say, because I am an Igbo, because I am a Funani, because I am an Hausa man, I will not respect. If you don't respect and if you come out, whatever that happens to you, you will bear it. Why I'm saying this is, why is it that some people are not willing to respect other people's culture and tradition? They feel that they are superior to others. Now I know why Nigeria is like this, because a particular section of this country have ruled Nigeria for more than 70. Like 70% of our Nigerian leaders came from a particular region. And now I know why Nigeria did not grow under their leadership. And now you're trying to enforce yourself in us, telling us to give you land. Because these people, the thing that brought up this thing was, there was a guy that asked, he said there is no difference between Ruga and ranching, that we misunderstood Buhari, that Buhari meant the same thing. But there are differences between Ruga and ranching. Maybe the person failed to read to understand what Ruga really meant. Ruga stands for Rural Grazing Area. It is government initiative in Nigeria aimed to settling nomadic herdsmen, mostly Fulani, in designated areas with basic infrastructure like water, schools, hospitals, vets, etc. Imagine when you've given some people, you resettled some people in your area, and you've given them all these amenities. Do you think these people will go back again? They have come to stay. And what is the problem we are having today in Nigeria? Land grabbing. This is how they come. They come, they tell you they are here, they are resettling here for their this, for their that. Before you know it, it has turned into a land grabbing. Someone said the other time that what happened in Benue is that place they are conquering has been their territory, the Fulani territory, that they've lived there for years. So that means he's trying to justify that the Fulanis are coming to reclaim the land they have lived for years, forgetting that there were TV people before they came there. TV people accommodated them, gave them the land to stay and do their businesses then. Now they are claiming that place is their land. Now, when you talk about ranching is a general method of rearing livestock, cattle, sheep, goats, etc. It is a modern, globally accepted agricultural practice which involves private and commercial ownership. And there are so many benefits in ranching. Ranching, you can make a whole lot of money from ranching. You're checkmating your cows. You're saving them from unwanted illnesses. You're making money from milk. You're making money from their skin, the leather. You're making money from the manure, their deposits, their feces there. And you're making money from people who are coming to buy. And another question I want to ask these people is, who really owns these cattle? And they are still the elites in the north. When you talk about Atiku, Buhari, they always tell you that they have cattle, they are farmers, they are this, they are that. Are you now telling me that it is Atiku who is sending his cows to the east to come and rear, Is it that Atiku cannot have a ranch in the north, make extra money from producing milk and all this? If you understand that animal farming is a business, at least it will save us the stress of arguing and all this violence, all this clash. Because if this is a business, okay, for example, let me take Dangote cement factory. Dangote owns a cement factory. I don't know where it's located, but I think it's Kano. Dangote did not try to open other cement factories across 36 states. What he's doing in his cement factory is he produces cement, then distributors will come and buy from him. Distribute down to all these other states so that people can access the cement. This is how this business should be. You guys have a whole lot of land that can cover one state, Niger, can cover the whole of Southeast. Sometimes they call Southeast, the whole of Southeast, a dot in the nation. And you still want to come and collect land from these dots. The dot are even saying we don't have.
Dindu.
Yes?
Dindu, sorry, my brother. I have to apologize on behalf of everyone. That statement of Buhari was a genocidal statement.
Yeah, I understand.
And nobody should please use that, because by the time we start using it again, it will create another thing. Let's try to just remove it and say it was a genocidal statement. And the internet actually penalizing for that. You can't say that is a dot, they are a dot in it. That's a genocidal statement. Today we are saying Nnamdi Kanu committed a crime because he was using a genocidal statement. Same thing Buhari did. By calling this a precedent, you are calling a people which you lead that they are like a dot. That's a very wrong statement. My brother Sam sister, I am so sorry about that.
No problem.
Go ahead.
It shows failure on the side of our leaders. Then what I'm trying to say is, if this is a business and we see it as a business, why can't we, or those who are the owners of this cow, rear their cow in the north? And besides, they are not the ones selling it in the east. What they do is, I used to have a friend, Haruna, the guy is from, I don't know, it's like from Bauchi. The guy stays in Obinze in Owerri. If you know Obinze is like a cattle market. They have a cattle market there where they sell cows, goats. This Haruna, what they do is they buy these cows from these elites who rear these cows in the north, transport it down to the east or any part of the state, resell and make their money. So I don't see the reason why these people, the owners of these cows, will leave the landmass in the north to come to rear the same animal, the same cow in the east. What those people do in Obinze, they have something like a small ranch where they keep those cows to sustain them for the limited time before they sell them so that they will not die of hunger. And these people go to market almost every month or every 2 months. You will see a trailer load of cow, 500, they will load. The thing comes in monthly, weekly. And this is how these people are making money. And we are seeing this trend that these people causing this mayhem, unaliving people, the whole 30 states in Nigeria, it's not just limited to Benue, just that their own have been the loudest recently, Benue and Plateau. It is happening all over the country. And we are seeing this trend that these people are coming with the agenda of land grabbing to unalive people, chase them away from their ancestral land, occupy. And there is this thing, as the people in Benue, most of the communities that they ran out and left, these people have already occupied it. People confirmed it. And this has been the thing. If someone is telling us that there are the Fulani people that have lived in all this part of the country for more than 50 years, why can't they still live and do their rearing, cow rearing or whatever? We are seeing the agenda. They come in the day as herdsmen with their cows. But at night, they come with machine and GUN to unalive
Can,
people.
can I answer you on those areas?
On which area?
Yeah. Yeah, because I just write something. So when you are speaking, I just write something down.
Look, I'm not done, but if you want to ask, no problem.
Okay, sir.
So I should continue?
Go on.
Yes.
Okay, so like when people from the east, southern part of Nigeria and with the western part of Nigeria say, no, we don't want this. We should also know that these people have read books, we've read histories on how these so-called people, Fulanis, conquered the Hausa land through Usman Danfodio. And these people have this fear in them that if we still allow these people to come to set in the name of Ruga or in the name of giving us land to do this, that this same thing might repeat itself. So the best thing is, if you are seeing this as a business, why not do the modern way of rearing this cow, which is ranching? The moment we get this, all these things will cool down. We will know that whoever that is carrying GUN to rear a cow is a criminal and must be treated as a criminal. Are you the mic here?
Okay. Machiavelli, should I talk or there are few things I just want to
You can ask a question. Ask a question
I need
quickly.
to round up.
Okay. All right, before you round up. You see, when Machiavelli was saying lack of proper implementation, we all fail to understand that. Lack of a proper implementation cover a lot of things. You see, we know that our leader, our grandparents, they have already made the mistake. So now that we are alive, we, the youth of the country, what can we do to change those narratives? Those are the questions we need to start asking ourselves. You, maybe I don't know if you are in abroad. If you came to abroad, you cannot just go to any country in abroad and just say, I don't enter, and I want to settle down here. I lie. You have to follow their due process. Even in one country, let's assume it now, in Germany, where Osas did. If you come to Berlin, you want to stay in Berlin, you have to go and do house address. You have to prove that you have identification that warrant you to stay in that state, and you have to go to the local council there to register yourself. The local council will know that Osage is formerly in, let's say, Munchi, but now she relocated to Berlin. Your database will be there. They know who you are. So you see, the lack of implementation costs a lot. The area where you said some people are giving excuses of the old people planning that lives there. If assuming that the country has the proper implementation, like what Mr. Machiavelli is saying, every state will have the control of their state, and we know the population, the visitor that visiting their state. We have their proper database. Okay, we know. Okay, you people have been here with us for a decade, but now things are changed. This is the new law. That is why they have a new amendment of a law in any part. Somebody in Berlin, government in Berlin cannot come and tell somebody in Bayern how to live there. And it's the same country. It's the same country. But they have it, like now I'm in Switzerland. Zurich. Zurich have a different law than the law in Basel. Basel have a different law than the law in Bern. And it's one country. But they do it according to how they can manage their own state and the people that they are citizens and the foreigner that are coming to that state, so that they will have a proper control, so that they can be able to identify what are the strangers, what are the good Fulani that have been with us, and what are the bad ones that are using these politics to came in the name of ranching and start buying people. That's open. everywhere is open. Amrova will enter. Iron killer will enter. Everybody will enter. It's enter. It's enter. It's free. You enter Kano. You say Salamu Alaikum. Hey, they will say you are my Muslim brother. Come, welcome, welcome, welcome. They will even give you water, give you woman marriage. Before you know, you don't become citizen of Kano. And that has been our problem of Nigeria, lack of proper implementation and identification. And now we are in a modern era that things have changed. This is no longer a old school analog. We are in the models. A lot of crisis. The land that we used to know before that is a bush is no longer a free land. So you see that implementation that our brother just said, there is a lot to say in that area. There is a lot to touch in that particular area. I could remember when you mentioned about drinking, in some part of the country you cannot drink. My brother, when I was growing up, there is nothing like that law. In where I came from, in the Niger state, there is nothing like that law until when I travel out. And I heard that there is one governor that that state. They call whether which be that governor there. I don't forget the man name. Whether an engineer and the courier again. Waiting.
Yeah, something like that. He actually did that. You are right. I've forgotten his name as well.
Until when I heard that he came and banned every bar, every this, every that. There's nothing like that. Who corrupts past Kano people? Up to today, go and check their gas on TikTok. They live
very normal. It's very normal. If you come over there, you will understand. But the point is that you see, the reason is that there's a lot of confusion in this country where a lot of misrepresentation and proper implementation of our laws and things like that.
Costs a lot of things.
And it's damaged.
You remember this guy? You remember this guy that they say he hijacked the money of pension?
Yes, now.
Not be Nigerian person. If you had the full name and Niger, a tribe called Zabarmawa from Niger, and he's the one that jacked all the money for pension of Nigerians. So, lack of proper implementation, that is it costs a lot of things. We don't have, there is nothing. I can just enter Benin State now, come state as I like. Nobody know whether I don't enter. No local council, no proper address. Nobody know. This has been the problem, my brother. That is why you cannot longer identify.
They didn't know anything. In fact, I was frustrated and I just felt...
Travel issues.
Yes, and that's why it's causing it. Yes.
This one Hausa man, my brother, no tell
exactly. That is why. That is why I told my brother just now. I said, please don't let us not resonate certain things again, because when Buhari used that language on the in the national broadcast, I was like, how can you, a president, be doing that?
Ask of implementation. Now we should be asking ourselves. We should be asking what can we do? Because the whole system, they don't support everything.
Sorry, the host wants to end the life. Let's allow that point to talk first.
Okay.
You understand? 8 points. 8 points.
Yeah. Finally.
No verse.
We don't verse. So actually. Like saying now when I get mouth fast, everybody here now. We don't verse. But
he said we don't blaspheme. You see the whole thing. No worry, go ahead.
But actually, a lot have been said. The reason why I was even giving off in talking here, because almost what I wanted to say, some people have even started the example with it. And one thing that I just want to maybe elaborate on it is that a lot of mistakes have been made from the past. We from the northern part of the country, most especially our richest ones and the elite ones, they have made a lot of mistakes which we want them to be back in their senses. The issue of cow ranching or cow rearing or whatever we call it, it's a business, it's an investment, just like everybody said, which can even hold a country. India, America, Brazil, top the three in the world, which also contribute half of their GDP in terms of economic aspect. And also in Nigeria, if you look at it, the little it contributes, which Nigeria is even the worst in terms of the GDP activities of our livestock, because of the way it's also a challengeable issue in terms of the way we are tribalizing it, in terms of the way people are looking at it, and in terms of the way it is still backward of doing it. And in fact, if you can even check on the GDP, it still contributes despite of how worse it is. It's still more than other businesses. It's still far from the VAT we got from alcohol. It's still far from the scraps we import into our country, the spare parts that we import into our country. But my point here is actually, I keep on saying this to my northern brothers, that our governors, our people keep on making the mistake. The Dangote issue, somebody just cited example. The Dangote cement was in Kogi State, but he went and opened his license in Lagos, which Dangote is the highest in fame VAT in Nigeria, even more than MTN and all these banks. But the VAT goes to Lagos, the share of it, the issue of this implementation of, what did they call this, tax reform issue that people were debating on. So these are all issues that people need to wake up. So that, most especially in the northern part of the country, we have a lot of things to do to improve in terms of all this VAT argument that people are still arguing on it. And for us to be going and even developing other places, while these people keep on complaining that they don't even want that kind of investment. And to us, even in the other world, in the advanced countries, is something very contributing to their lives, to their GDP. So it's about time, despite of, I know there are some policies that Buhari tried to implement from the northern governors to try to foot issues in terms of how they can make sure, these livestock activities has been more than the way it is, but corruption has killed on a little bit and make it not to prosper as it is. But if I could be the chance to be a governor of my state, there is no reason any livestock, any cow or any goat or any sheep or any camel should even live outside my state. I will only be supplying meat. If you want meat, I will make sure I will rear it here. It will be processed here. It will be packaged here so that I can have my own bat. I can create employment to my people so that people will get employment. It can be an international and even national businesses that people can do it. But I see no reason in this 2025 on the issue of investment of probably maybe 1,000 cows, 2,000 cows, or 100,000 cows. What if you multiply them by 500,000? It's a billion naira investment. But people don't look at it in that way, but we always like to trivialize it. But despite of I do blame ourselves, most of our northern leaders, that I don't know why it's not waking them up. I wish some of the governors could have even come on this social media app on this debate, because maybe within the governors and the governors of Imo or governor of Katsina State, maybe when they meet, they will be shaking hands, romancing each other. They wouldn't know all this kind of inside way of seeing ourselves in Nigeria. But if they could have been coming to the social media insisting the way we are coming, they could have experienced all these challengeable issues, which is also something that we can benefit and grow ourselves. In case of, there will be a time, probably somebody's target is to divide this country. There could be a chance that person that wanted to divide this country could even succeed, because we have seen a lot of pressure, a lot of using media, a lot of organizing crises, so there is a possibility for the people who want this country to be separated to be able to succeed. So if our elites, our leaders, or we ourselves cannot learn to begin to invest in our own regions, taking out investment. The same thing with Boa. The same thing with this refinery that Dangote even took to Lagos. It's all mistakes. They could have been investing in the northern part of the country, so that a lot of people could benefit on this. The cow business is whatever it is. At least, why should we even argue about investing in Edo? Why should we argue about it? I would not go in Edo and invest let me invest in back of my house. A lot of people employ them. I know somebody has mentioned there is no waste in cow rearing from the sheet, from the skin, from the toe. We eat the cow leg, we eat the cow toe, we eat even the horns. Nothing is waste. Even the milk. How many billion dollars milk do we import outside of the country? We cannot make it so that we can, and there is a ratio in terms of health issue that somebody is supposed to, the amount of milk that we're supposed to take every day. We are not into that ratio. We are not even half of that taken to that ratio. At least everybody's supposed to take like 40 something liters for is it fire? If I can remember the exact ratio, that's the ratio. But Nigeria is towards that ratio. No nutrition in the country. And these are the things that we need to wake up to see how we can have all these nutritional activities so that people can live healthier and whatever. So I think it's good to be, Simon was here trying to even sweat on the argument of nobody should. You don't have to go and look for, we have your own exhibit. Despite of, we have seen the land given to traders. In every region you go, you will see a governor allowed in, you must even allowed a region for traders. In every state there is a section of that state that will be taken out for traders. We see it. A trade union, a trade whatever, a trade about when it comes to livestock activities. Thank God to Mr. President, the President Tinubu that even tried to be the first person. I credit him in this Ministry of Livestock, which is also a very good movement. At least it will give a headway for the activities to be taking place. So I think that there is nothing to debate and even argue with. We really like our business, and let us begin to invest in the northern part of the country. We should stop going into any other region and investing. We are just wasting your time. And whoever wants to carry from Imo or Enugu, whatever, to come to Kano, to Sabangari, to be given land, to build house, to build shop, we are not even jealous of that. We have never been trying to attempt to do anything. He has become a billionaire in Kano. Nobody cares about it. He has become a billionaire. I have known somebody who only come with his trotter in my state here, but he's the one that sells electronics here. He's one of the best people that sell electronics here. But nobody cares. Nobody is so, despite of the atrocity that Nnamdi Kanu okay, thank you, Mr. Despite of the atrocity Nnamdi Kanu has preached to the people that have suffered into the southern part of the country. A lot of people have been unalive just for that to do their own business. Some of them even are not even cow businesses. But during the preaching of Nnamdi Kanu by IPOP, who dare you as a Hausaman or as a northerner to even cross some places? They will unalive you. You are just a Fulani. So thank you, Beauty. Yesterday was very hot. I was like, somebody was even trying to convince you not to allow people like us to be coming here and talk. But yeah, I will not come here and lie. I will always say my mind. What is in my mind, I will say it.
Osas, you said you have questions, so we can move on.
So honestly, I don't have any question because
thank you.
I don't know 1 minute. I think by now I'm used to a point. But I'm happy to have been here today. Beauty, I'm sorry, I have to drop now because I have to drive out. Right? Yeah, I'll call you and we'll talk later, right?
No,
okay. Thank you, everyone.
We have been missing.
Wait. Somebody was
sorry, not best. Not best. No chance again, please. I need to go.
Read comments. Somebody was saying something in Hausa.
No worry, leave them. I'm not.
No. It told me. Wait, did I say anything back here?
Please. Thank you.
Lucy, Job Steve, now remain.
Okay.
Job Steve, are you there?
Good evening.
Yeah,
good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me here.
Putting my face on top of Tinubu face, it be like one kind of thing. I put on one side.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to quickly say one of the things is that may the soul of the people that departed in Benue Media, so rest in peace. So when we are talking about, when I was listening to the speech of the Mr. President at the his visit to Benue, so I was so touched. I was so touched, and he said some key word, and I don't expect somebody to come out. I was on a live previously, so I think some people are criticizing, and I think I heard somebody also condemning some of his speech, and his speech at the program was so touching and heartfelt, and which some of the things that he said is that he said the peace of the people in Benue State is more valuable than advanced and advanced development or any other stuff. That they didn't come there to come and build them, to go and build them an orphanage house, but to make sure we restore the peace. And he said something that the people of the Benue have to work with government. One thing is that people have to understand something about this when we're talking about government. Government have been divided into three forms. So since we are practicing presidential system of government, you see, they should also get to learn that Mr. President cannot be all the one at fault, or the blame should be on him alone. So actually, if we are very conversant with our environment, one of the king was giving the speech, a welcome speech for the president. He said, "You are the only president that have visited Benue State since the killing have been started, and these have started over 10 years ago in Benue. So the only first president that have been there." So I think we should just commend Mr. President for what he has been doing, and just to expect more. We should not let our political differences. Maybe we have a candidate of our choice and the candidate did not enter. We should not be playing for downfall of another man at the detriment of another people's lives. So I have a lot of things to say. So I don't want to try to come out of the topic. But I think Mr. President and the way they handle the Benue matter, I think is kind of a man that have a compassion for the people. So thank you so much for the privilege to speak here tonight.
Thank you. Beauty, over to you. Beauty, over to you. Beauty, over to you. Couldn't they hear you? You are mute.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, where will they go now?
Yes, Bobina.
Agbaso, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. My regards to the family. Let me go and meet my reality. God. Good night, everyone. Thank you also.